Hi, I'm Beth Scarborough, EndNote librarian at UNC Charlotte. This video will explain the basic features of EndNote Desktop. These are the instructions on how to download EndNote Desktop. If you have problems with the download, please contact IT help. This is a sample EndNote library. As you can see, there are multiple items on the left-hand side where you can sort your references into groups and group sets. And in the middle section is where you have your citations. On the right is where you will be able to see the reference itself. These are group sets and groups. The group sets are highlighted in yellow, and the groups underneath those group sets are circled. This is where you can organize your references, and at the very top of the page under groups, you would click on that and choose either a group set and or a group to put your references in. The section on the right is the actual reference. You can annotate this reference, making changes or adding items as necessary. This is an example on the right-hand side of what the reference itself would look like on the Word document. You may also have PDFs brought into your EndNote library. This is an example of a PDF that was exported into EndNote. This is an example of the PDF. And on the very far left is a little button where you can make that PDF encompass the entire screen. At the very top that's highlighted is some annotation tools. You can make sticky notes, which you can later search. To add references to your EndNote library, go to the library homepage and click on the Databases tab. You will see Top 10 databases, A to Z databases, and databases by subject. I went to the top 10 list and selected CINAHL Plus and EBSCO database. Then I entered my keywords. Here are the results. To send select citations to the EndNote library, click on the blue plus opposite the citation as circled. Then go to the folder that is circled at the top of the page. Here are my results, and I selected all on the left-hand side, and then on the far right clicked on Export, which would export these items to an RIS file. Once you export the references in an RIS file, you will see the RIS file downloaded to your computer. You may have to click on the file and tell the computer which software to use to open the reference. Here are the items that I exported. And on the very top left, you can see the column explains that those are my imported references. And I can take these references, highlight them, and drag them into my ventilator-associated pneumonia group. I can likewise do a similar search in PubMed. And once I have selected the references on the left-hand side, then I go up to the top where it says Send To and select Citation Manager. Importing references from the databases is an easier function. There may be a time when you have to manually enter a reference. In that case, you would go up to the top of the page to References and New Reference, and then you have a selection of different reference types to choose from. I have selected Web Page. And when you enter those references, the key is to enter each author on a separate line, last name, comma, first name. And when you enter a corporation or a college, you would put the comma at the end of the title. To find the full text PDFs of the citations you imported, go to EndNote Preferences to enter the URLs indicated here. You can find those URLs on the EndNote Research Guide, which is guides.library.uncc.edu/EndNote. After doing that, then I go to the references that I wish to seek a PDF for, highlight them, and then click the PDF icon at the top of the page. This is an example of how EndNote works in Word. You should now have an EndNote tab in Word. Click on it, and you should see options to insert a citation in your document or to go to EndNote and choose the citation you wish to enter. Also note under Style, which is highlighted, you can choose a variety of citation styles. When you click on Insert Citation in Word, you can then enter the phrase or word to search your references and choose the citation you need. Then click Insert on the drop-down menu at the bottom of the page. Once you select Go to EndNote from Word, you can choose the reference you wish to use, highlight it, and click the quotation icon at the top of the page to insert the citation in your Word document. This is an example of a document with in-text citations and the beginning of a bibliography. Any changes you wish to make should be made through the Edit and Manage Citations or References links on your EndNote tab in Word. Be sure to update the citations and bibliography if you make changes. To create the headings and line spacing in the bibliography, click on Configure Bibliography from the EndNote tab in Word. Then click on Layout and make any needed changes. You can share your library with others by clicking on the Sync button at the top of the page. This will allow you to create an EndNote Online library, which EndNote uses to sync the two libraries. This also allows you to add others to your library. Any changes others make are reflected here as well. Please feel free to contact me with any questions you may have. Please refer to the research guide listed here for further information. Thank you.